Good day, everybody. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm your buddy, Uncle Bruce. Nice to see you here this morning. We're live from Berlin, Germany. Jen and I are here in Berlin. Love this town. Great to have you with us today. Thank you for joining us. We're looking at a market that this town looks like it wants to be in the red. Will it actually stay in the red? This first hour, I think, is going to reveal a lot. I will admit, look, overnight, Europe was in the red, Asia was negative, but I don't know if America wants to follow this. Look, we didn't have an interest rate rise in the U.S. yesterday. There wasn't an interest rate hike in England today. They were talking about a quarter point hike. It didn't happen. Flat. Didn't want to do it. There's an interest rate hike in Turkey, but Turkey, they got problems. There was an interest rate hike in Norway and Sweden quarter point, but they're only at 4.75% or something. They had to come up at least to 5. Okay. Why is the market down 200 points for the Dow Jones, 36 for S&P, and 172 for NASDAQ? What's the big deal? The big deal really seems to be the what's the word I'm looking for? The analysts, many analysts out there are kind of finally throwing in the towel to admit Uncle Bruce has been right for a year and a half, along with his channel. Over here, we've been saying inflation will not go away in 3 months. We've been talking about the fact that once inflation peaks, it'll back off a bit and then maybe go up again and back up a bit. It's going to hang around a long time before it goes down to 2%. There's no way inflation is going down to 2% in a hurry. I mean, come on, not going to happen. And that means interest rates cannot drop back to zero either. They're going to have to maintain these levels for quite some time to try to convince entities not to raise prices so much. There's one thing they don't talk about. I find it, I'll mention this too. This I don't hear from anybody. Every government right now on the planet is running deficits. The U.S. Congress right now is in a complete, they've tied themselves up in the knots. McCarthy and his Republican friends there can't get themselves together to find a way to keep the government open. They're in a mess. A certain faction of that Congress wants spending cuts and balanced budgets and all kinds of stuff. So there's a real mess there. There's a mess everywhere else. All other democracies are running deficits as well. And the question is going to be, well, what are governments going to do about it? If governments are running deficits and they decide that, well, we'll raise taxes to cover our deficits, and the tax amount that's going to be raised is 6 or 7 or 8%, do you think inflation is going to be 2%? Hello? There's no way. Inflationary pressures are coming from all over the place for the economies of the world. Gas prices, gasoline, oil, near $90 a barrel, instead of at 40 where it should be. Airfares are much higher. Taxes on travelers. Notice, some of you have noticed these so-called security fee enhancements and tourism fee. These are called taxes. You come into Europe and you pay more to enter. You come into the US and Canada, you pay more to enter. Those are taxes. Those are going up more than 2%. Income tax rates might go up. Certainly, more people paying income tax will pay more in income tax if they get raises. And people are getting raises, which means naturally people will pay more actual dollars to their respective governments than before. If you are living in an area of the world that has something known as a sales tax, I don't know where there isn't one. Higher prices means higher sales taxes, which of course always baffles me. Why is it that governments need to raise more money when they're getting more money? You're getting more money from higher taxes, from sales taxes, property taxes. They're raising the cost of driver's licenses and, you know, registration fees and all that stuff. It's just being bumped up everywhere, and yet they still are short money. It's because they can't stop spending money too. The UAW going for a raise from the car companies in the United States. Their opening position was, we want 40% more money. And, you know, everyone out there thought 40% more money. How can you justify that? And they simply said, well, it's a 4-year deal. We've been getting 2 to 3% raises for the last 7, 8 years. We've been losing to inflation every year for 6, 7 years. And now in the last 2 years, we lost 12% just in the last 2 years. So getting 10% up front and then another 10 and a 10. Eventually, if it's 40% overall, it's not going to be 10, 10, 10, and 10. It's going to be 10, 8, 6, and 5. That's 40% more on where the contract ended versus the next deal. That just breaks them even. That doesn't make them any more money. This is the thing about inflation that people forget. Inflation on inflation on inflation. It's a compounding problem. So if prices go up 5% this year and they go up 5% next year, that is 5% on top of the 105%. That's compounding. They go up 5% on top of that, 5% on the 105% on the 100. It's worse. It's bad, really bad. And this is why inflation just eats alive consumers, which means they stop spending money on discretionary items and they close shop, and, you know, they circle the wagons to just buy bread, butter, eggs, milk, and some bacon on the side. Like, it's tough times. Back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, when I was a young man and had long flowing hair, like, you know, those dreadlock guys that you see. Oh, I look just like that. Jen will tell you. Oh, Jen will tell you. I had hair like you cannot believe. Jen and I used to be 2 kids with long flowing locks of golden hair. It was beautiful. Maybe that was the beer, though. Anyway, but back in the 70s and the 80s, inflation was a mess. But the other problem at that time was unemployment was at all-time highs as well. So you had a weakening economy with weakening spending, weakening earning power, and inflation, and governments needing to raise more cash from taxpayers to pay for programs. It was an absolute nightmare at every turn back in those days. And people would get a job, you know, land a new job, and they'd be grateful that they landed a new job. And if the pay the pay was enough to get by on, they were grateful for that. Today, we have jobs begging. There are still jobs begging for workers. These automotive workers are not afraid of the big 3 automakers trying to rattle their chains, saying that if you don't take this deal that we're offering here, we're going to have to let people go, or we're going to have to close manufacturing plants. The workers are going, I dare you. You guys are making $10 billion a year plus each company. Net. CEO of General Motors made $29 million last year. I dare you to lay us off. You need us more than we need you, because the GM workers, the newbies who are getting this $16 an hour kind of stuff, where can you get $16 an hour in the United States and Canada working for a living? Anywhere, everywhere you can get $16 an hour. It used to be $16 an hour was like the stratosphere 5-10 years ago. You talk to someone in Arkansas or Mississippi or Missouri about getting a job that paid $16 an hour, they would have thought you were on crack. There's no way I could find that. Today, Starbucks pays that kind of money. In Canada, Tim Hortons pays $18 an hour, depending on what city you're in. These automotive workers are not afraid about losing their jobs. Losing what is what they're saying, especially the newbies. What have I got to lose? A job where I'm going to make $16, $18 an hour and work to death by these managers. have to crank out these cars and I have no upside here. What what are you taking away from me? There's 10 million openings for jobs in this continent easily. I don't need this crap. And so the auto workers are on a real strong footing here, and don't be surprised if they announce more strike locations. That's what I'd be doing if I were running that union. I'd just be announcing more, 6 more plants getting shut down. Going to shut down 6 more plants. Eventually, all 3 will have to stop all production. They'll have to let everybody go. They'll have to lock everybody out, and then all the white collar workers will start getting their layoff notices. And now it'll hurt. So the auto manufacturers can make this go away fairly quickly, and start giving back some of the concessions that they wrangled out of these guys, or pay billions in losses. But it's their choice. At the same time, though, the union makes another strong argument that the car companies want to go into the electric car production business, this EV business. They want to open up factories in states where it's almost impossible to form a union. The union workers are going, we're not going that direction. we're not supporting that, and we're going to make it impossible for you to produce anything in the meantime to afford to open plants anywhere else and eliminate us from existence. The car companies think the unions are stupid. They think the unions are not paying attention because they've got them from 1 million members to 600,000 members to 250,000 members, and they think they can just eliminate them out of existence. The union members are going, we are drawing the line here. We're going back to 600 plus thousand, and we're not going to allow you to finance your expansion plans without us on the backs of a crappy contract for the next 4 years. It's not going to happen. And so there's the dilemma that I think the automotive camp is in right now. All right. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me. We have obviously a lot of things happening at the same time. I just don't know if this market really wants to do this kind of a sell-off at the moment. I would be thinking right now, if the market were in real trouble, we would be down 800 points on the Dow right now. We're only down 200. This is 2/3 of a percentage point. This is called a nothing burger. S&P down 0.93 and NASDAQ down 1.3%. We just don't have a bloodbath happening here. Too much money on the sidelines looking for a place to go to get a better deal. And speaking of money on the sidelines, your friends at GameStop, for example, they got 1.2 billion cash in the bank, something like that. They're hauling in 50 to 60 million a year in interest right now on that money. GameStop doesn't need 1.2 billion to fund their operations. They have cut their expenses at their corporate level and the retail store level to the point where they're now making money. The company actually is making money. And they're going to add cash to the 1.2 billion cash. So getting 5% interest, if you just own a 2%, a 2-year treasury note from the United States government, that pays 5.3% right now, 5.4%, something like that. I think GameStop is hauling in 1 to 1.1 million a week in interest just on the money they're sitting on. So if they just break even as a corporation on everything else they do, they're going to make a profit of $50 to $60 million in the next year for GameStop. I think they're going to make a couple $100 million on their operations because they're still cutting costs dramatically. And then this interest income on top of that, higher prices because of inflation, better margins. I think they're going to make $200-300 million in the next year and a half on an annual basis. But that's just me. In the meantime, our friends at Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Oracle, Cisco, you name all these companies with cash on hand. They're sitting on the opportunity to haul in 5.5% in interest on all the cash they're sitting on, which is trillions. The corporate America is sitting on a couple of $1 trillion of cash, and they're hauling in billions and billions of dollars on top of their earnings. The Federal Reserve has no choice but to hold interest rates as high as they are now and maybe bump them up another half a point to the 5.5 to 5.75 level over the next year, and hold those levels for 2 more years up until 2026. By that time, finally, a lot of corporate America and other cash rich corporations will start to run low on cash. And definitely those who have no cash now and are carrying debts are going to be carrying much higher interest rate charges on their balance sheets going forward for the next 5 years easily. And this is why the market might be down today. It could be that forecasters in the future are saying, gosh darn it to heck, the old Dow Jones, the S&P 500, these indexes are not going to be hitting new all-time highs anytime soon, because we're going to start to realize in the next 3 months to 9 months to 18 months, we're going to start noticing every 3 months when these companies come to the counter with their financial reports. These financial reports are going to show the same devastating problem, and that is we're rolling over our debt like we always have, except that we can't roll it over at 2, 3, 4, 5%. We're rolling it over at 8, 10, 12, and 14%. And there's that 5, 6% boost in the cost of being in business, money cost, that is their profit margins, and it's going to devastate them. So what will happen? We're going to lay people off, cut costs. Step number one, we've already heard that story. Step number two, we're going to merge with other companies or sell divisions off that are not important to our core business. That's the kind of lingo they like to use. They're going to try to hang on to their most profitable businesses and offload their non-profitable. In other words, they're going to shrink to survive. And more of that is coming to the market. GameStop doesn't have that problem. GameStop has already offloaded 1,000 stores, maybe 1,200. GameStop will offload easily another 500 stores in the next year. Leases expire, they just won't renew them. It's easy. They'll reduce staff, they'll reduce overheads, and they will keep enjoying higher interest rates on their money. If rates go to 6%, they're going to get 2-year notes at 6.5. GameStop will make $1.4 million a week in interest on money. That's $70 million a year. They'll take it gladly. Apple will make billions a year in interest, mega billions a year in interest. We'll wait for that. Anyway, that's the story. Today, I wonder if the overall market deserves to be sold off, or should only select stocks be hammered, not all the market. That's kind of the question. One of the questions we're watching is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is trading right now at 412.10. Yesterday evening, we were in that 422 level. Yesterday during the day, we were as high as 439 at one point yesterday. So this stock is $27 lower in the pre-market right now from yesterday's high of the day. In the last 5 days, this stock has gone from 458, 459 down to $412. In the last month, the shares were in the 495 neighborhood, around 500 a share. So the stock has dropped $80, $90 a share in less than a month. And this is a company that surprised Wall Street with a beat of earnings and an increase in their projection for the next quarter, and a $7.5 billion pot of money to buy back their stock. I'm assuming that today, NVIDIA is buying back a lot of their stock. They're allowed to buy their stock. They're buying it. I am certain they are buying up whatever you want to dump off. Hey, I can't explain stupid. Anyone selling NVIDIA at 412 or 20 or whatever is stupid, because this company is a winner chicken dinner in the AI area. World leader in chip technology, chip production in AI, the direction the world is headed. But I can't account for stupid. I can only mention stupid. I can't explain it. It is what it is. For those of you who have iron condors, on NVIDIA, expiring tomorrow, next week. You have a couple of choices to make, one of which is you could take a look in the first hour after we sort of open up and see what we're really doing here. You could consider just doing a rollover on your NVIDIA Condors and go until next Friday. And so take your calls and roll them, maybe lower the strike prices on the calls, because I'm sure the ones you've written are way up here now. Bring them down a little bit to bring in a credit over there, and on the put side, bring them down as well for next Friday, and improve your position there. You could go 2 weeks out. You could decide, I'm going to do an Iron Condor for 2 weeks on NVIDIA, and I'm going to bring my calls down. I'll bring my puts down, reposition myself. A $10-15 bounce back on NVIDIA will more than take care of everything on the rollover. And then you'll decide whether to do any more adjustments going forward. But I would wait at least an hour this morning before I did anything on anything, basically. I want to know what this market really has in mind after the first hour of this fallout and follow through. Because right now, there are people being blown out of the market that don't want to be blown out right now. They have margin problems and they're being kicked out of their accounts and they have to reconfigure themselves. So that's the first hour. And then we'll see just where this market really has, what's in its intentions really are. And we'll kind of go from there. Remember, today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. A lot can happen in 24 hours, like we've already seen. All right, that's where I'm at on that. GameStop's down 19 cents. Hardly a problem, but it's down 19 cents at the moment. Let's take a look at some other stocks. Looking here at our friends, let's take a look at Rocket Lab and SoFi. I got Rocket Lab down 7 at 435. That's still a bargain. SoFi at 810. There's a bargain, down 23 cents. There's a cash secured put, screaming opportunity, waiting for any of you to take advantage of SoFi. Look at writing January or February or March contracts for cash secured puts. $8 level, $7 level, $7.50 level, $9 level. Further out you go, there's some opportunities here on SoFi. GameStop down 20 cents, as I said. Matterport down 2 cents. 23andMe up 1.5. Spire down 3. SmartRent up 9, something like that. Apple right now down 156. For those of you who are Gold Bagel members, you received your alert this morning, your tip of the day, trading tip of the day. Keep an eye on the Apple shares. Goldman down 345. Cisco's off 215. They have announced that they're buying Splunk. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called Splunk. $28 billion buy, cash deal. And so Cisco's down 215 at the moment, but that won't last. As time goes by, those shares will likely bump back up again. Just give it a bit of time. Other markets we're watching here. Tesla down 644 to 256. ARC Innovations down 93 cents. Microsoft down 244. Nothing too serious there. We're down 780 yesterday. Pfizer down 15 cents. HPQ down 6 cents at $27. That's kind of the low. Kind of looks to me. Google down 197 to 132.60. Amazon off 360 a share, down 230 yesterday. Nvidia, like I said, down 10 this morning on the pre-market at 412. Yesterday down $12 during the session, from the 435, 440 range now to the 412 range. An overreaction, to say the very least. When will the other reaction kick in? At any moment, really. Unity down 128, down 64 cents yesterday. AI down 140, down 87 cents yesterday. 24.98, around this 25 level. That seems to be a low level here. Adobe down 11.60, 11.80, down 5.90 yesterday. Netflix down 95 cents at 3.85 a share. We were at 3.86 yesterday, down 9.90. So we went from 3.96 now to 3.85 on Netflix in 2 sessions. Spiders are down 360. Triple Qs are down 430 at the moment. But we'll see how this how this goes. Will this really last through the opening very long, or are we going to be seeing a bit of a snap rally here in the first 30 to 60 minutes after the first, loose hands get shook out, and then we kind of go from there? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a snap rally come in, actually. Just my humble opinion from Berlin, Germany, where Jen and I are hanging out right now. Beautiful sunny day out there today. It looks very nice. Hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. We notice around here that tourism is definitely down around these parts. We've been in this city in much more busy times for tourism. But now that it is September 21, the kids are in school, we see school groups out. We don't see parents with kids. We see kids with kids and teachers, poor teachers, school groups. But the restaurants and the museums and the riverboats, much quieter nowadays. So it's a pleasure being here this time of year. It's warm, and yet it's quieter. I kind of like it. Anyway, there it is. Larry Titus, thank you, my friend, for being here and being thumbs up number 60. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you popping through. So what can I see? Let's see. What else is going on here? Uncle Bruce on 25 AI, 2025 Poor Man Cover Calls. If the stock drops under 25, can we still write on it? If we already wrote cover calls far out to January, do we have to buy it back because the stock's below 25 pre-market? No, not really. And you can always roll your 25s into 23s or 2250s, or, you can always just say slightly ahead of the market as well if you need to. Luca 61 here. How are y'all doing, boys? Market took a bit of a whack yesterday. All is good. Luca is here. Thank you, my friend. And girls, mostly girls, guys and girls. Thanks, Luca, for being here today. Jackie P. Bruce, as a software developer, I need to point something out to you. The first thing I want to point out to you, Jackie says to me, is Jackie is not a member of this channel, which that's wrong. Jackie, you got to be a member. Come on in. Join us. The point is not to make AI models bigger so they need more GPU or CPU power. The point is to make the footprint as small as possible. Okay. Jackie, you sound like you know what you're talking about. You should be a member of this channel. We need brains around here. The more, the merrier. Thank you all. Splair, I think it's time today to buy back my written AI call and roll a month further. And on the AI call, I've seen yesterday a $10 difference between October and November call. There you go. John Malone is here, number 52 from Arizona. How you doing, John? Nice to see you here today. Thanks for joining us. John, you should become a member. Love to have you. Constantine, good morning, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Manager, good morning, everybody. Gregory, good morning. How you guys doing, kids? Hey, I lived in Dortmund for 6 months as agent per. Anyway, things are about to get extreme. Be ready. Agent, come and join us again as a member. Bobby Joe, come on, Bobby, become a member. Marcus didn't expect their SEP simpler terms, and we didn't expect higher for that much longer. Even the Powell kept saying higher for longer. Yep, Stephen Butler. The Fed did what they was expected. I don't get the logic of the market dropping that much at all. Odin's Pumpkin is in the house late, but I had to finish my Pink Floyd song. Welcome, my friend. Hawkeye is here. Lisi is here. Hey, Lisi, how you doing? Get that membership going again. JL Marcus here. Deep Value is here. Hey, buddy, just like the shills they send me here to bother Uncle Bruce, they need to leave people alone. It's easy to file complaints to the SEC. Good morning, everybody. What else going on? Moose Knuckles is here. Hey, Moose Knuckles, what's going on? What's going on? I haven't seen you for a while. You haven't been a member for a while. You got to come back. Love to have you back here. Come on in. Robert is here. Hey, buddy. Thank you. 2 clicks right. Number 8. How you doing there, buddy? You need to hit that membership button. Become a member of this channel. Thank you, all of you who are members, and those of you who are hanging out here. Alex, number 70. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Spicy Android, number 60. Bruce, if I can write on GameStop and I'm pulling 10 grand a month, I'll do your gold bagel tip for the day. There it is. Flint Creek. Neat. And senior, what is this? Shakib Short Vlogs. I don't know who that is. You are a good teacher. Love you, sir. Become a member immediately, my friend. Become a Gold Bagel member immediately. Join the other Gold Bagel members, and you'll get your trade tip of the day. And when I get back to North America, we'll have the Wednesday night live hangout show for Gold Bagel members, of course, going as always. Alex, I'm lurking today. Right on, Alex. Nice to have you here, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you all so much for joining us. And thanks again for these thumbs up, 73 now and counting. They're coming in. We got 29 minutes to go before we open up for the day. Pardon me. Thank you all. Alex, I'm lurking. Karen, good morning. My deep in the money AI call I bought with a strike of 20. It's too expensive to sell now. And Coffee Kids Trading, 73 today. Thank you. Maria, Uncle Bruce, I think the market dropped because of the guidance about interest rates. Everything else was expected. Yeah, I'm with you. You guys are getting it. Many of you who have been here a while have bought into the program to pay attention to everything, to understand why are your stocks doing what they're doing when there's nothing specific being said about your stocks. You're watching everything to understand it, and it's clicking, and I'm really proud of you guys. 2 years ago, you were not asking me these kinds of questions, and you weren't making these kinds of comments. So yes, indeed, the college education that you guys are getting here is paying off, and you're calmer, you're more collected, you're more aware, and you also understand when days like today, markets are oversold, and you may find opportunities that show up from time to time now with oversold situations that will snap correct themselves. And so we got stuff to watch today, as usual, and we'll figure out where we're going and where we're at. But thank you all for popping through here. Oh yeah, by the way, oil was off this morning like $1, but it's now up 23 cents at 89.89. We have a lot of speculators in the oil market. All right, there's a lot of volatility in the oil market right now, and the volatility has nothing to do whatsoever with the fundamentals of the oil business. Okay, the speculation is, will Saudi Arabia cut another million in production? I personally don't think so. Will Russia say they're cutting production, but they're not? Maybe. There's a lot of talk out there, but there's not a lot of action. Oil is available wherever you want it. Remember this. If you do not see stories in the media, whatever media you trust, you don't see stories in the media of lineups for fuel because of shortages. And I'm talking about the third world. That's the place you want to look at. Forget about downtown Paris or in Los Angeles or in Toronto or Berlin. I'm talking about lineups for petroleum products in third world countries that cannot afford to buy oil at very, very high prices. That's where it starts. That's where the shortages begin. If oil will only go to where there are cash buyers because the price has risen so much and the third world's currency is not welcome right now, or whatever the reason is, then you can talk about a higher oil price. But there are no lineups anywhere on this planet for this resource. Oil is available anywhere you want it, and you can use all kinds of currencies to buy it. And so therefore, there's nothing to see here. This price at $89.95 a barrel is overinflated by $30 minimum. It should be $50, $60 a barrel. We are drowning in this stuff. And the planet is beginning to get to the point where it's using less of it. And it's surprising analysts. Analysts out there are reluctantly agreeing that, the American driver is using less fuel on average because more and more vehicles are becoming way more efficient in the use of the product. Hybrid vehicles, for one, but plug-ins, number two. So the amount of oil being utilized for gasoline is dropping. And in the rest of the world, it is definitely dropping because it's too unaffordable and it is too impractical to burn this stuff. This is 1800 technology we have to replace. So that's what's going on. Despite what the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom said yesterday and today, the rest of the world is moving to electric and moving away from combustion engines aggressively. Audi, Mercedes, Volkswagen, all the US producers, the Asian producers, they are moving into electric vehicles. In Stockholm, Jennifer and I noticed we were out for a walk one day, a couple blocks from our hotel, and we're at a red light waiting for the light to turn green. We're just watching vehicles going by, and I noticed how many electric Mercedes-Benz taxis there were. One after the other, after the other. These sedans were all electric. Then we're watching Mercedes vans go by, taxi vans, all electric. I thought, Stockholm, Sweden. Who would have thought? England, in the UK, London. Oh my goodness, downtown London, it's all electric. It's fantastic. The air is clear down there. The noise is way down. There's no smoke in the air. It's fabulous. Absolute, highly recommended for every country to adopt that move. Octavio, number 74. Lorraine, good morning, everybody. Wing Commander, number 79. Nice to have you here, guys. Farmless, Uncle Bruce, I need a don't get greedy buzzer. You don't happen to have one, do you? I rolled my last set of Iron Condors in for more premium and got closed out by my broker as the market dropped. I need a handler. You just got to be patient, my friend, and you got to go out in time and way up and down on these positions and monitor them. Always be monitoring. Splayer. Yeah, Sweden is really green and healthy country. Copenhagen, Denmark. Oh my God. Electric vehicles everywhere in Denmark, bikes everywhere too. It's amazing. And very healthy and skinny people. That's the other thing you notice. You go into you go walking around with the locals in Copenhagen and you realize how fat you are. And I'm not a 300-pound obese guy, but oh my God, Copenhagen and Stockholm and here in Berlin, there are overweight people in Berlin. I'll give you that. They're Americans. They're Canadians and Americans. Those are the overweights around here. The locals are not overweight. It is amazing. Yeah. Anyway, what can I tell you? What do we got now? We got 22 minutes to go before we open for the day. We have 84 thumbs ups so far in the house. Thank you, all of you, so much for helping out with us on the thumbs ups meter. It is so appreciated. Thank you to those of you who have become subscribers of this channel, as well as giving thumbs ups. Thank you to those of you who have decided to support this channel by becoming members. It is truly appreciated by Jennifer and I. We're humbled by it, and we're grateful to you for being members of this channel. We're going a member-only commentary today at this moment in time. I just thought of it, so I thought I better do it now. I'll forget. Thank you all for, like I said, for being members of this channel, joining this membership crowd, becoming Gold Bagel members up from the Chillin level to the Gold Bagel level. Thank you for those of you who are letting me know with private messages how you are appreciating these daily trade suggestions. You're appreciating them very much. I'm glad you are. More will keep coming your way. And I am certain that if I can give you one trade in a month that you benefit from and you make yourself $500 or $1,000 on it, that will cover your Gold Bagel membership for years. And all the rest of the tips are free. So thank you, all of you who are definitely stepping in and becoming Gold Bagel level members of this channel. DQ, I've been a member for 30 months and counting. Gold Bagel level from Pittsburgh, baby. Yes, sir. The 1-1 Steelers. Giddy up, man. Thank you, my friend. It is, I do appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Alberto, DQ, way to go, buddy. 30 months. Splair, probably that's spending on oil and gas prices. Oh, yeah, we got all kinds of talk about that. And Selma House Fast Up on Marlboro says, it's amazing what you can do in countries like Denmark and Sweden. Universal healthcare, EV cars. These countries have about 12 people compared to the US. Won't work here yet. It depends. Maybe regionally it can work. Boy, I tell you, New York City, Manhattan could sure work. It could work in Manhattan. Morning, Bertie from DQ. Definitely can work in Canadian cities, can work in other cities. You just have to want it. I tell you, these cities show the way. They really do. The number of folks riding bikes in London is noticeably higher. And the number of dedicated laneways for bicycles is also impressive. But in Copenhagen, they've got it nailed down. Bicycles in Copenhagen are the number one priority in the main city core. Number one, bikes number one. Pedestrians are right up there. Number two, cars and trucks are down the list. And it's amazing how the population has adapted to it. It is just incredible. Anyway, what can I say? Alberto DQ. Good morning, Bertie. John Anderson. Hello, everyone. Hi, John Anderson. Welcome to the show, the channel, and everyone else. We are now at 87 thumbs ups. Thank you guys so much for being with us today. It's time to do what we do best here. We have to honor the Knights of NEAT. Otherwise, we're just asking for trouble from the markets. If we don't want the markets to do us anything good, we will ignore the Knights of NEAT. I don't think we're going to do that here. We do not ignore the Knights of NEAT. We put out the shouts to them to let them know that we're aware of their needs, wants, and desires. D.A. Druda's here. DQ's here on that. Neat. Splair's here on the neat emojis. So is Constantine. Neat. Here come the neat emojis. They're being yelled all around the world simultaneously right now, and neighbors are wondering what the hell is going on. The big E is here. Neat. DQ. Neat. There they are. Don't be messing with the Knights of NEAT. Think you're smarter than they are. Oh, no, not a good idea. No, not a good idea. Maria Powell, how you doing, Maria? Hector, well, thank you, buddy. The Knights of NEAT are being honored on this channel right now. Hector knows it's what must be done. No question about it. Luca, neat. Splair, neat. Spicy Android, neat. No cat. I'm not a cat. Oh man. Rupert Murdoch is going to step down as chair of Fox and News Corp after a 7-decade career. There you go. Way to go, the Rupert made a lot of money. Dow now is down 155. It was down 220 about 10-20 minutes ago. Dow now is only down 155. S&P down 35. Nasdaq down 184. Oil up 55 cents a barrel. Manager, neat. Deep value invest options, neat. Absolutely honoring the Knights of NEAT. NVIDIA right now is still at about 412.13 now, 412.90. A little better than the low of this pre-market session. We'll see how this plays out. It wouldn't surprise me if it inches its way back into the 420.25 neighborhood. It wouldn't take that much. We're way oversold here. Way oversold. 53.24 on Cisco, down 226 on that takeover of Splunk for $28 billion in cash. Interesting. Apparently, the Hollywood Writers Guild near a deal with the studios. The writers' strike might soon be at an end. We'll see what happens. U.S. jobless claims dropped to the lowest level since January, showing the strength of the U.S. economy. It's no joke. It's a real deal. There's a lot of job openings out there for people in the U.S. of A. Pharmalist upgraded membership to the gold bagel level. Pharmalist, step number one in the right direction right there, buddy. Follow me every day for these trade tips, and you too, my friend, can join the party. Thank you, and congratulations on moving up to the gold bagel level. A number of you have started to do this, and we thank you very much. We try to make it worth your while by handing out these trade tips to you, and hopefully you will benefit handsomely from them. I'm hoping that some of these trade tips will keep you away from getting into trouble and will take you to a much higher earning level than you are at now. Thank you all so much for supporting this YouTuber. Yes, Stephen Butler, neat. Maria Powell, Farmulus, welcome, Farmulus, Farlomos, Splair, Watch Tuesday trade tip, Rocket Lamp. There was some smart stuff there. People made money on that trade just on that day alone. That was a great little trade. Thank you all, and again, I just love seeing these banners show up. New member, boom! New Gold Bagel member, bam! It just makes me want to put my ninja moves on. It's fantastic. Great stuff, everybody. Thank you for being part of the show and the channel. We have 89. We're almost at 100 thumbs ups. 89 thumbs ups. 11 to go to get to 100. Hit that thumbs up button right now, everybody. There's 141 of you here, and we have 89 thumbs ups. That means, you know what that means? There's about 50 slackers hanging around here, and we just can't have that. We have to eliminate the slackers. We got to get the thumbs up brigade going, everybody. Hit the thumbs up for us right now. Get us to 100 thumbs ups. We got to get into triple digits right now. 90 are in the bin, baby. 91 now. Here they come. 91 thumbs ups and counting. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. 93. Here they go. Boom, 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 boom. 94. Yeah, man. Here come the thumbs ups, one after the other. And new Gold Bagel members right behind them. Thank you all so very much for joining in. It is so appreciated. Thank you all. All right, well, there you go. 163 dip on the Dow, 36 on S&P, 191 on NASDAQ, crude oil up 67 cents. We've got the 10-year and 30-year Treasury yields hitting the 440 level, 450 level. The 2-year U.S. Treasury, 514, 520, higher and higher and higher. Corporate America, a lot of corporate America is scoring some serious money from these higher interest rates. They've got cash on hand, and they are putting their money to work from these bonds and these deals. There are all kinds of Wall Street analysts and brokers and bankers offering corporate America ways to enhance their revenues from cash on hand. And every dollar is a dollar, baby. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's legal to buy treasuries and GICs, what have you. Bring in some cash. The corporate bond divisions of the Wall Street boys are very busy these days. Those folks are making those banks a lot of money right now, a ton of money. So don't be surprised if corporate America keeps coming up with more and more positive results of cash flow. Part of which is high interest rates, by the way. 96 thumbs ups, 4 to go, and we got 100. We can work on the second 100. Thank you all so very, 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 very much. It is much appreciated. Keep those thumbs ups coming in. I'm just going to take a look at how did we do yesterday when it was all said and done. Thumbs ups yesterday, 154. That was a bit of a disappointment considering the day before was 188. The day before that, 167. The day before that, 160. But if you can help us out, hit those thumbs up button right now. Give us a bit of positive momentum going in here. That would be great. The more, the merrier, everybody. Thank you very much, Maria. Thank you, Hector. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. 100 thumbs ups are now officially showing on the morning show already. And we're still 11 minutes away from opening. So we're ahead of yesterday's pace without a doubt. Thank you. I was reading a couple of other things today. I noticed something interesting. I don't want to upset any of you. I'm not trying to be political. It was in the Wall Street Journal, and I found this to be an interesting article, and I'll tell you why in a minute. The headline was that the Biden administration is going to allow 470,000 immigrants into the U.S. Illegals the right to work. They're going to be allowed to get work permits. The reason is simple. New York City and other cities in the north are drowning in Venezuelans, refugees. And if they get work permits and they're eligible to get jobs, they will, because they don't want to sit around. They want to make money. They will find their own housing. And this will take the heat off of these cities, because the cities are saying to the feds, you got to help us out with this money. You got to give us money to house these people. Because the reality is, and here's the one liner I want to get you to understand. The United States does not have diplomatic relations with Venezuela. And because the United States does not have diplomatic relations with Venezuela, they can't deport people. They can't deport the Venezuelans. They don't have a relationship with the government that they come from. It's a catch-22. The odd thing and tragic thing is that Venezuela, the country of Venezuela, in the 70s was one of the top 10 most richest countries in the world. Venezuela has produced many university graduates in the doctorate field, healthcare field, engineering, sciences. There are probably maybe hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans in the United States that are actually doctors, lawyers, academics, dentists, eye surgeons, everything to do with the medical field, the pharmaceutical field, and everything else. We're talking about some people here who are very high up in their education and can easily find work at various levels to get by on. But unfortunately, the government-to-government relationship is a mess. And the U.S. has its reasons, Venezuela has its reasons, but it's an absolute mess. And unfortunately, the people of Venezuela are the ones who are paying a dear price. 7.1 million Venezuelans have fled Venezuela to get out, to try and survive. That's how bad off things are there, and it's not a good thing. But I found that to be an interesting stat. And the other thing that I find interesting about it is, if 470,000 people are allowed to find work in America, won't make a dent in the job market. By the way, no American is going to lose a job because a Venezuelan got a job. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bet you that with 470,000 people now eligible to get jobs, this will create more jobs, because these folks are now going to be cash flow positive. They're going to start paying taxes because they're going to get deducted at source for taxes, Social Security, and all that stuff. They're going to spend their dough that they get into the economy of America in rent, food, medicine, shelter, all that stuff. And taxes will be generated from that, and jobs will be created. When you have 470,000 resourceful people getting work, where there's 10 million job openings available for workers, you are adding a huge amount of power to the U.S. economy. It's a fact, and it has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with personal vendettas or hatred or any kind of bias towards people, what have you. This is just 470,000 people are going to get work, which will probably support 1.5 total million people, because there will be fathers getting work to support wives and children. And you do the multiplication, you got 1.5 million people being lifted out of dire circumstances. Stroke of a pen. Can't thank Congress for that. You can't thank the Senate for that. They didn't do anything, and are not going to do anything, because there's a presidential election next year. So this is a presidential order, and right or wrong, it's been done, and away we go. Anyway, I wanted that out there. The other thing I wanted to tell you today was I read about Apple today. I was reading about how Apple desperately has been trying to eliminate Qualcomm from their universe. and they can't. Apple has been attempting to create and produce their own in-house chips and processors and everything else, and they have not been successful. The iPhone 15 that now is coming out has Qualcomm chips in there. The 16 will likely have Qualcomm chips as well. Apple is still years behind getting their own product to the point where it's good enough to do the job that existing companies like Qualcomm have. And Apple is not happy about it. I found that to be fascinating. They just extended their deal with Qualcomm for 2 more years. Interesting. Anyway, there it is. There you have it. Sell my house fast. I'm not against them coming. I know we need workers, but why can't we check them out? I have a feeling they are being checked out. They're here and they're being checked out. If you're going to register for a work permit, you're going to get checked out. So rapists and murderers and all that, they're not the ones coming here. It's no, the majority of 99.99% of the Venezuelans coming here are likely economic victims coming in here, and they're probably able to get employed pretty quickly. Pukeberg, the puts in my SPY Iron Condo are September 26th, 426, 431. Should I roll them today or just leave them alone? What should I do with my spider situation? That is the question. Last night closed at 438, and this morning I think we're under a bit of pressure again. Of course, let's take a look here on the SPYs. We're at 435, and you said you're sitting on 426.31s. I wouldn't really worry about it much at this point. No, not really. Yeah. Anyway, are you kidding, Bruce? Yeah, I'm a comedian. I don't believe it. Much like I don't believe anything U.S. Fed says. Well, believe what you want. It's okay. That's the freedom that you have in the country you're in. I'm assuming you're American. More power to you. But there are a ton of desperados in the U.S. that certainly have no skills, and then there are a zillion more that do have skills but can't get licensed in those areas. But they will find jobs very quickly because they are bilingual. They speak English as well as Spanish, and they will quickly adapt. When you're desperate, you find ways to adapt. And if you're educated, and many of these folks are, they have education. They're going to be working very quickly. Plus, the thing I didn't mention, the existing community in America for Venezuelans. There are many Venezuelans already in America legally for generations. They'll assimilate in and will be up and running in no time. That's the other win. But again, you have to give a bit of slack here. It's not black or white. Double D, what's the low on AI? From when? All time? Was a $10 print once. All-time high was what 180? Was that the all-time high? 52-week range, 1016 to 4887. Right now at 24.95, down $1.45. 24.95 right now on AI. Pukeberg, I would let them all in and let them all work. Constantine, AI Touch 2461 pre-market. There you go. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, America and Venezuela governments don't have a relationship officially. That's the big elephant in the room. That's the big one there. As far as Mexico goes, Mexico and America do have a relationship governmentally. But as I've said all along, the solution for America and for Mexico and for Guatemala and for El Salvador and all the other countries where these folks are coming from, the solution is actually simple. Grant all of these people work permits if they can find work. And even people without skill can find work in America. Americans won't pick lettuce, but these folks will. They can buy a work permit and they can pay their taxes, but let them cross the border legally with a work permit, and you won't have train loads of them coming in anymore. Now they'll come in calmly, they'll leave calmly with a pocket full of money, come back in legally, leave legally. It would change everything. But there are no politicians in Washington that want to talk about that. That doesn't get anybody any votes. Fear mongering gets votes. And that's how this game plays. Larry Titus, thank you for ringing the bells. We are open, folks, and we're up for trading. Thank you, everybody, so much. DQ, thank you, Larry Titus. Okay, we're up and running. Let's see what this market wants to give us today. How bad does the market really want to be to start the day? Is it really in this first hour going to be a bloodbath, or is this just some hokum? What do we really got going on here? Let's find out. I'm showing the Dow off about 129 so far. We'll find out here after about 10 minutes. And in the first hour, we'll really know what truly is going on. 2502, by the way, on that AI at the moment. Uncle Bruce, you think AI will go lower during tax sell-off? No. No, I don't think so. That's too far away, time away. No, I don't think so. Okay, let's see what we got now. 157 on the Dow, and we were down 200 about an hour ago on the pre-market. We're down 27 on S&P. We were down in the 40s. We're down 122 on NASDAQ. We were down 160 a while ago. Oil up $1. We were down $1 an hour ago. So things are shifting, but we'll see how this first hour sort of comes around. And let's see what happens. So welcome all to the show. We've got 109 thumbs ups. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Let's see. Stephen Butler, I think you are spot on about immigrants adding to the overall U.S. economy. We need folks able and willing to work for our economy to continue to expand. I agree. We have 10 million job openings. I would think 3 or 4 million could be handled by immigrants that are desperate to get the job. They're here already. They're already in America. They need to be licensed to be able to do it. That would solve a ton of economic issues, because you'd create taxpayers, and you would create sales taxpayers, because they'll spend their paychecks and create sales taxes. They'll create fees for governments for all kinds of services that they'll acquire, like registering cars, buying car insurance, getting a driver's license. All this money will be generated in America by these folks. They will add to the American economy dramatically. 3 or 4 million job holders in a year into that would be massive. That's huge economic growth, huge across the board. But you gotta want to be part of the solution. And if you go with the vitriol and you go with the wild accusations of criminality of it all, well, then you've shut the door already. And that's the problem for America the last 30 years. Since Ronald Reagan allowed in 14 million, I think it was 14 million Mexicans with the amnesty program back in Reagan's years. Reagan signed the biggest amnesty deal of all time and created a boom economy in California and Arizona and Texas because of it. The number of people that became legit overnight was staggering for America. Staggering. It paid for generations. It's paid huge dividends, but there hasn't been one since. And there is no reasonable legal way for people to become, to get into the country. Unfortunately, it's not a Republican Democratic thing. It's a straight across problem, no matter what. BW Uncle Bruce been chatter offline on PM Poorman covered calls, leaps. Many are getting closer to at the money as tickers keep dropping. Many are close to being written down on these leaps. DCA down is hard. If OTM were screwed with no rights, you can keep writing, but the key here is just to adjust your deep in the money calls and make sure you have truly got deep in the money calls. A $25 call option is not a deep in the money call for AI. A $10 call, a $15 call has been a deep in the money, but not 25 or 27, 30. Yes, we should stop pointing out the criminality. It hits us in the face every day. Anyway, what can I say? Politicians get elected by fear mongering, and they're going to fear monger this issue forever. Just like the Cuban crisis in Cuba and with Florida elects Florida politicians year in, decade out. This 1960 Cuba thing still elects radical politicians from Cuba to go to Washington and just saber rattle that issue. They will never, ever let it go because it pays bills. There are a lot of politicians in Florida that got very rich running on the Cuba issue. And now it's the immigrant issue. And the immigrant issue reelects a lot of radical congressmen and senators every time, all the time. That's never going to go away because these people are helpless to defend themselves. They can't put the other argument out. And so if you support any kind of immigrant program, you're a socialist, which means you're an enemy of the state, and therefore you don't get listened to. And so the problem persists. It just persists and doesn't go away. And there is no solution that anyone has that can make it go away. That's being proposed that I know of. What can I say? Anyway, there it is. Let's move on. Can we try to make some money in this market? We're down 213 on the Dow, so the first sell wave is coming through. Finally, are we going to shake it up and see what happens? Maybe. NVIDIA is actually at 419. NVIDIA was at 411 in the pre-market, 412. It's now 418, 419. It is not part of the party over there. Interesting. Fascinating. One down 292 on NVIDIA, 419.47. So let's see how it works out. This first hour will be telling. We'll see what's going on. Is the sell really got some momentum to it? It doesn't look like it to me. NASDAQ is only off 119.87. We were down 1.3% in the pre-market. We're not down that at all. S&P 0.75 of a point. Dow almost 2/3 of a point. Nothing serious happening here. AI 2502. Last I saw, hang on, let me get a refresh on that. Let me just 2586 on AI, down 54 cents. It's not dropping off either. Not like it was in the pre-market. It's not happening. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's refresh things. Cisco 53.76 down 174. That's actually better than the pre-market. NVIDIA 418.83, hanging right in there. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Alberto, I know many American companies that would fold if not for immigrant workers right here in upstate New York. You're right, buddy. And this is across the board. I mean, the number of immigrants working in Kansas, in Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, Florida, California, Arizona, Nevada. My God. Yeah, I'm sure across the country, just across the country. All right, we're down 211 on the Dow. We're off 63 cents on GameStop. SoFi down 21. Apple up a penny. Netflix up 4.98. AI is 25.68, down 72 cents. NVIDIA down 3.24. Tesla down $5. Rocket Lab down a nickel. So that's not so bad either. Not too bad there. Matterport down 4. SmartRent down 5.5. ATIP down 3 cents. Unity down 88. Google down 225. Moderna down 84. Cisco down 169. Pfizer down 29. IBM down 152. Not giving up much ground. HPQ actually up a couple of cents. Microsoft down $1. Amazon down $4. Home Depot down $1. Vanik off 116. Adobe down $10. Goldman down 470. Boeing off 99 cents. Meta down, that's Facebook, down 240. Target down 87 cents. JP Morgan down $1.50. Costco down 160. Walmart down 27 cents. Disney's up 41. American Airlines down 2 cents. DraftKings down 95. AMC's up 16 cents. There is no serious bloodbath happening here at all. The Dow is off. I agree. 234 points. 2/3 of a percentage point. Whoop-de-doo. S&P down 37. NASDAQ 127. This is not a shakedown at all. 10 minutes into the market, and we're not getting a bloodbath. We are going to see a turnaround. I suspect that's what's going to happen. Pukeberg, another puts question. The put side of my QQQ Iron Condor, September 23rd. 357, 359. Should I leave this one alone as well? What are your thoughts, Uncle B? 361 on the Qs right now. 361. We're down 356 at the moment. I'm not too worried about this at the moment. Yeah, I'm not too worried. Theoretically, you could move your calls down because they're probably out of the money by a long shot. So you can bring a credit there. All right, do that, and then you could, with that credit, shift these two puts a little lower. But you know what? I wouldn't do anything. What I would be thinking about if I were to make a shift would be a time shift. So I would go from September 23rd expiry to September 29, like next week, Friday expiry. That would allow you to move the calls, of course, but the puts lower, and you'd probably build a credit on it. You might work it that way. But right now, the next 40 minutes, I wouldn't do anything. This market is coming back right now, I think, a little bit anyway. JR, the U.S. would not have fruits and veggies from California if not for migrant field workers, period. He's right. That is a lot of food not harvested. White Americans will not do the work. I agree. I'm totally with you. I'm 112, Uncle B. Thank you, JR. JR is right on it. Everyone in Coachella Valley knows. Everyone down in that region of the country knows exactly what he's talking about. That is absolutely true. The massive Central American population in that region just shows you, without their muscle, crops would not come off the fields. It is essential for U.S. security, food security. It truly is. It's amazing. It's billions of positive dollars to the U.S. economy. I mean, tens of billions. Manager, I came to the land of opportunity as an immigrant with $15 and a strong desire to have my American dream. Worked hard, earned my BSEE degree, and now own 425,000 SoFi. Yeah, baby. And he's going to get rich. The longer he can just hang in there, he's going to get rich. Alex, JR, it's exactly the same in the UK, except Brexit. We can't get the immigrant workers in. Lots of food left rotting in the fields last summer. Exactly. The Brits screwed themselves with Brexit in many, many little ways. Many, many little, none of which were a big enough of an issue to get the vote the other way. That Brexit vote was an anger vote, was a hate vote. That ultimately did in the result. There were a lot of people under the mistaken notion that everything will be wonderful once Brexit is done. Oh, we're going to go back to the way it used to be. They forgot that the way it used to be in Britain was crap. 80% income taxes, currency restrictions, paperwork up to here to do anything, to import, export. They forgot that part. But, you know, Pukeberg, always living in big cities in America. I have to say, immigrants make the most incredible restaurants. Yeah, JR, after all, we all were immigrants at one point in our ancestry, except for Native Americans. I'm with you there, JR. I'm with you there, too. Yep, my father came from Lithuania to Canada. He had $5 sewn into his jacket. Mother came from West Germany. All kinds of relatives came from that region of the continent, Europe, and they all became taxpayers. Definitely. Anyway, we're down 229 on the Dow at the moment. We're down 37 on S&P, 140 on NASDAQ, 2/3 of a point on the Dow, 0.86 on S&P, and NASDAQ down 1%. And this is not enough. This is not red enough to get me convinced that we have a massive sell-off problem. NVIDIA still holding around this 416.70 level. It got down to 414 a while ago, 416.60. This stock could pop up $10 like that at any time. Do not believe it's going to stay down here. I just don't believe it. 187 dip on Cisco because of the takeover of Splunk. $28 billion deal. Interesting stuff. What else have we got? The U.S. markets. Oil up $1.11 right now. Interest rates are at 4.46% for the 10-year. The 2-year is over 5.2%, if I'm not mistaken. The currencies are under pressure. The pound is down to 122.7. 2/3 of a penny lower just today. There you go. European stock markets still in the red. The FTSE 100 is only down 0.05 of a percentage point, so they're almost breaking even. But the DAX is down 1.1%. That's Germany. CAC 40 is France, down 1.4. 1.5% for some of the British stocks, but it hasn't gone any lower. It's sort of stopped dropping there. The Dow now 184 on the downside. We seem to be coming on 179. It looks like the Dow's coming on with a bit of a buy wave. We got S&P down 34, Nasdaq down 134. Market seems to be improving. Nvidia 417 now, down only 499. Got down to 414 now, 417 on Nvidia, a $3 snapback. Okay. Immigrants are the most American thing about America. I'm with you. Yeah. Canada too. Wing Commander, so I created bear calls on SPY a few weeks ago, expiring September 29, 450, 460 average price, $3, just closed those for 13 cents. Interesting. BW heat map is deep red everywhere, except for FedEx and CrowdStrike as some of the lone green boxes on the charts. Oof, hello to inflationary times for years. Bull versus bear don't matter, just right. There you go. Option players will do well. Option writers will do very well. We're down 190, 189 on the Dow, 38 on S&P, 153 on NASDAQ. Oil up $1.14 a barrel. Okay. That is the story at the moment. Triple Qs are 360. Spiders are 434.80. GameStop down 74. SoFi down 31 at 801. Apple down 56 cents. Netflix up 7.25 a share. Netflix has a snap rally going. 390, 350. AI down 118 to 25.22. We bottomed out on AI at 24.95 a few minutes ago. Now 25.22, climbing again on AI. Nvidia 415.81. Tesla 255.95, down 660. Rocket Lab only off 13 cents now, 429. We got Unity down 117, Google down 220, Moderna down 111, Cisco down 180, Pfizer down 11, IBM down 120, HPQ up a penny, Microsoft down 220, Amazon down 332 a share. All right. 165 dip on the Dow, now 149 on the Dow. The Dow's coming back here again. It's coming on. We've recovered about 70 points. 70-point recovery in 10 minutes on the Dow, if not even 5 minutes on the Dow. we're improving. 25.33 on AI. Again, improving there. Nvidia is 415, 415.15, low of 414. Okay, there you go. 116 thumbs ups. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. Flint Creek, workers pay taxes. It's good for our economy. I agree. They pay taxes and spend money. They make money, they pay taxes, they spend the money, which creates more jobs, which creates more taxes. Just, it's the positive way to go. I agree. If everyone is scared with rates and inflation, BW says, how is it that the VIX just keeps falling and never goes up out of fear? Some should be fearful. Things kind of suck globally, but Wall Street just puts blinders on. JR, for us Americans or U.S. Americans, let's stop forcing our president to deal with illegal immigration scapegoat and hold our senators and representatives responsible to fix it. It's their job after all. It doesn't matter who's in the White House. I couldn't agree more. Trump couldn't fix it on his own. Biden can't fix it. Obama can't fix it. Bush couldn't fix it. It's Congress and the Senate. They have to come up with a deal. They can't do that. They're not able to do that. But then again, this issue gets people reelected. So why would they fix it? It's perfect for re-election needs. Don't fix it. Leave it as it is and complain about it. It's fantastic. Great way to get reelected. You never have to get a day job if you're a politician using that issue to get reelected. It's a wonderful thing. Who cares, says Uncle Bruce. I have a couple of $5 calls for SoFi, Jan 25. Is it time to exercise them, write on them, or just hold them? What do you think I should do? Well, $5 calls, I mean, you could write calls on those. You know, you could write like 10s, Jan 24s or something. Bring in a few bucks in the meantime. I mean, you could. You could. JR, wasn't it Reagan who gave the first amnesty? It's an old problem. Oh, yeah. Reagan gave the amnesty in 80, I think it was 86. He did the amnesty. It was second term. Might have been after the midterms in the second term. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's going to have to be, you're going to have to look that up on Google. But he would have, I would think he would have done it in his second term, so he didn't have to run on it. And it would have been after the midterms so that he wouldn't have to, no one had to have answered to it. You know, there's a time and place for everything. Possible. I don't know. Yeah. Down 144 on the Dow now. We're the 80-point improvement on the Dow from the low of the day. All righty. FedEx stock price raised to 330 from 309 at Bank of America Securities. Interesting. And Dutch Brothers started at neutral, a $28 stock price target at UBS. Nutanix upgraded to buy from neutral at Bank of America. A couple of upgrades there. 25.24 on AI again. 25.24 bottomed out at, looks like 24.95. 24.94 was the low. 25.27 now on AI. So a bit of a bounce off of the low there. 144 drop on the Dow, 37 S&P, 168 NASDAQ. Oil up 111. All right. Yes. Interesting stuff. Never a dull moment in this market, kids. Welcome all to the party. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us today. And thanks again to those of you who are upgrading your memberships to Gold Bagel and hitting the thumbs up. 116 on the thumbs up meter. New Gold Bagel members joining up. People renewing and upgrading from regular to Gold Bagel because of the trade tips every day. Thank you for that. We'll keep them coming to you. And let me know how they work out for you. Thank you all. Cisco down $1.84. NVIDIA now back to 414.30. We're near the low of the day of 413. 414. We'll see how long this lasts. And we've got the Dow, a little sell wave, 169. Don't know if we'll get a larger sell wave, though. That's the thing. If we're not going to go down to 200, and then we come back to just being down 110, 120, then you know what's happening. 2 steps up, 1 down, 2 steps up, 1 down. That pattern can roll all day. We'll see. Only down 0.5 percentage point on the Dow. That's all it is. NASDAQ is back to where it was in the pre-market, down 1.3% finally. But is this the low of the day? Is this it? I don't know. I don't see a bloodbath here. I just don't. I don't. JR, wow, a lot of rollovers to do this with this big dip in the market. But thanks to Uncle Bruce, I know how to do it now. Exactly. Rollovers can be your friend. Use the clock if you must to enhance your rollovers. Move your positions and create credits. Clock is your friend on rollover time. At rollover time, it's absolutely your friend, your secret weapon. Utilize it if you must. GameStop down 73, SoFi down 31, Apple down just 62 cents. At Netflix up $6, holding right in there. Constantine, Uncle Bruce, what's your take on taking a 60% profit after 1 day of writing, write again after another batch of calls, or let it expire to max profit? I love the idea of 60% profits in 1 day. I love those. Those are good things. JR says, use the force, JR. Use the F smile. There you go. 148 on the Dow. We're coming up again. We're only down 144. We did not go down to the 200 level. It's coming back on again. The Dow is coming back again. Interesting. Yes. SoFi 802 down 30. Apple down just 60 cents. There's nothing to worry about here. I'll take it. I'd take 60% any day, says JR. I'd take 60% in one session anytime. Alrighty, 614 gain on Netflix, AI 2512, Nvidia 414, Tesla down 780 at 254, Rocket Lab down just 16 cents, Matterport down 7, SmartRent down 6. Okay, Disney up 51 cents, holding a little green there. All right, where are we at now? The Dow down again 160, another sell wave. We're coming with these sells and buys. So how will it go? Got to get through the first hour. This is 26 minutes in, kids. That's the deal. Who cares, says Uncle Bruce. I'm loving the Gold Bagel daily tips. I'm loving these Gold Bagel member daily tips. I like to study them for learning the way, and they are making me money too. Right on, buddy. Right on. JR, I even take 20% in one day so I can reposition and rake in even more cash. Right on. Nothing wrong with that either. Okay. A 172 drop on the Dow at the moment, 43 on S&P, 188 on NASDAQ. There you go. How bad is it? Not that bad. We're half a percentage point on the Dow. That's it. JR, my AI are green. How about that? Okay. GameStop, 71 cents lower. SoFi down is at 803. It's only down 29 now. SoFi is actually coming on a bit. GameStop's climbing a bit at the moment. All right. AI, 25.28. Low of the day, 24.94. Okay. Nvidia still showing 414.95. The low was 413.20. We're climbing a little bit again on Nvidia. Okay, just a titch. 415.41. 415.41 on Nvidia right now. The Dow down 170 at the moment. Okay. Wing Commander, Uncle Bruce, I'm at a team event, so I'm jumping in from time to time. Did you talk about NVIDIA? I did. The first hour, do nothing. Do nothing in the first hour. We're watching this market. The whole market I'm watching right now, I don't see a big sell-off happening here in a big sense for the whole market. The NVIDIA shares reached 413 this morning. They were 411, 412 in the pre-market. They're now 414.40. They're jumping around a bit, but this first hour is what I want to see. Just what is this market really going to do? I'm not sure if this market really has a down dip in it. I created bull spreads for next week, 400, 395, and a 125 credit. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. All right. 180 on the Dow, just barely 180 on the Dow. 42 on S&P, 182 on the NASDAQ, now 179 on NASDAQ. And the Dow just jumped 12 points to 168, negative 168. So we're jumping around a lot here. There's a ton of volatility right now. Options expire tomorrow, and don't forget that. All right. Netflix still holding about a $6 gain. 116 thumbs ups. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. JR, dang, listen to that cash register sound from Tracy when I hit on 30 iron condors all at once. Cha-ching, 30 all in one fell swoop. Way to go, JR. Nice job, buddy. Nice job. There is talk, about this government shutdown crap. It won't affect the markets very much. They never do. These government shutdowns are more talk than action. Business gets done. People find a way. It's an overblown headline thing. Congress is a clown show. Business knows it. Believe me, business knows it. There's no surprise here. No one's going, oh, I didn't know this was going to happen. No, everyone knows. Everyone knows. All right. Manager, I did send the Apple Bagel morning tip for an 82 credit on 10 contracts. God, I'm folding my hands right now. Right on, buddy. Down just 70 cents on Apple. That's what you want. Quiet. Yep. Nice going there, manager. You're going to make money. You're going to make money today. And always down 177 on the Dow, 188 kind of on the Dow. Yeah, okay. JR, Uncle Bruce, I just got NVIDIA Iron Condors with the put side at 420, 415 on the NVIDIA. It's sitting at 413 right now. Roller hold, the call side has only a 9-cent depreciation left at this point. Well, on the call side, I'd move the calls down and build a credit there. I'd be doing that. But on the put side, I mean, you know, if they're dying tomorrow, I mean, I don't know when your contracts are going. You know, you don't have to really do much of anything at the moment. But if you do extend this, do a rollover on this Condor to next Friday or the Friday after, you can probably go to 415, 410 on the puts with that credit. It'll probably work out. And you can definitely build a credit on the call side. So, foremost, remember there was no bloodbath until the bear bites your leg off. Wing Commander, work is losing me money, but I need to work to grow my portfolio. What a conundrum here. JR, sorry, expiring tomorrow. Yeah, I would be looking at then next Fridays. So look into an opportunity. But again, we're 32 minutes into the day. So the Dow now down 168. We're coming on again. I mean, you know, we could have a buy wave in the next 20 minutes that could have this dip on the markets, which would take NVIDIA to the 418.20 level, which again means you might not need to do anything and your contracts will shrink out to nothing later today. Like, you know, you're in that kind of position right now, JR. I'd wait for a while yet before I do anything, really. No need to even flinch right now. Let this market make you do it. I don't think it's going to make you do it. We're down 160 now on the Dow. We just recovered 30 points. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. Kind of fun, isn't it? It is kind of fun. We have lots to watch. There you go. Leading economic index drops for 17th month in a row. That's a headline. U.S. leading economic index declines 0.4% in August. Interesting. U.S. existing home sales fall 0.7% in August, down to 4 million. That continues the downgrade. Yeah, that's right. Dude, I bought 5 puts this morning in Realty Income Corp, ticker 0 or O for its 120-day expiry. I'm thinking a downtrend in housing. Cost was $50 for the 5 puts at $10 each. There you go. JR, thank you. I'll hold for now, but what is the chance of early assign extras? I don't sense that. JR, I learned something new from Uncle Bruce virtually every day. Thanks so much. Take those classes, folks. They pay off. There you go, my friend. Yeah, just kind of, let's see, 414.47 right now. Dow's now down 177. We're fluctuating. We're not capitulating. We're not crashing out. I don't think so. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Oil up 112. 25.46 on AI. That's 54-cent improvement from the dip this morning. So yeah, it's only down 92 cents actually. GameStop's over 17.05, only down 47 now. GameStop's still recovering, still coming on. 16.65 was the low. 17.05 last trade, down 47 cents on GameStop. SoFi 8.02 hanging in there. Apple down just 59 cents. It's just nothing. It's a nothing burger, man. Okay. I'm here, market. You tell me what you want to do. You tell me. You show me a drop off. Really. I mean, really. 35 minutes in. This is not enough. Where's the selling? Where is it? We're down 198, back to the 200 level. Okay, yeah. So show me. Really show me. Okay. What else is happening out there? Let's take a look at some headlines in the Wall Street Journal here. It's all about Rupert Murdoch saying goodbye. Okay. Okay. Cisco buying Splunk. We heard about that. Let's see. GOP lawmakers warn White House on Ukraine aid as Zelensky visits Washington. Yeah, right. Warn all you want. And let's see. Yep. Not much in the way of headlines here, really. Yeah. Yeah, looking at headlines here on the Wall Street Journal, I'm not seeing much to get all excited about, honestly. This market could well come back a bit here. Yeah. There's all kinds of speculation about what interest rates are going to do and how long are they going to stay here, and is this going to affect the markets, and if so, by how much? And they got nothing. There's no meat on these bones. There's nothing here. No. Okay. Continuing on. Charlie, come on, Noto, time to buy. JR, I sold 10 March 15. I sold 10 March 15 cash security puts at 13 24 days ago. At one point, up by about $600, but I'm holding for the long term, even though they are 190 in the red right now. Come on, SoFi. And JR manager, were you able to get your reverse iron condor issue fixed? I don't know. Did he have one? Did he really have one? We're down 178 on the Dow, by the way. We just recovered 20 something points on the Dow. Okay. Right on. Manager, nope. I'm just going to ride to get that 430 loss and hoping for a miracle. So I'm not sure what manager was doing on these contracts. I laid it out in my tip video yesterday. It's pretty easy to understand. It's even in writing. You can write it down. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know. NVIDIA 415.45, a low of the day, 412.71. Had a new low and another snapback rally, and this rally was higher than the last one, 415.51 on NVIDIA. So it seems to be improving a little bit here, 415.88. It looks like it wants to go back to 416 on the NVIDIA. The Dow's down only 164. We're climbing a bit there. S&P's only down 39 instead of 44 points, climbing a bit there. NASDAQ is climbing, only 155 lower instead of 180 lower. We got some upward movement coming in here and there. Okay. BW Matterport, 52-week low. We all knew you could do it. Way to go, Matterport. Oh boy, Matterport sitting at $214 a share. Unbelievable. Company does so well, and yet the stock just is not getting the performance. Rocket Lab 433, Matterport 214, SmartRent 280, ATIP 911 now. Google down 241, Moderna down 135, Pfizer down 9, IBM down 220, HPQ down 4 cents, Microsoft down 268, Amazon down 358, Home Depot down $1.35. These are not serious losses, kids. Just nickels and dimes here in the overall picture. The Dow is only down 144. We just had a 60-point improvement in the Dow in 5 minutes. There you are. I don't know. Seems like a bear trap today, says Deep Value. All right. We'll be all right. Down 148 on the Dow. We're fine. 25.58 on AI. It's only down 82 cents. It's coming up again. There you go. GameStop 1703. SoFi 802. Apple is green. Apple just went green. It's 45 cents on the upside now. Apple was down to 174.50. It's 175.76, up 27 cents. So there's a surge right there. Just boom. AI 25.60 now, climbing again. NVIDIA 415.40. Tesla's still hanging in here, 257, down 525. Rocket Lab only down a dime now. It's coming on. Boeing down a buck. Target down 84 cents. JP Morgan down 18 cents. These guys are about to go green. Disney's green. American Airlines is green. Walmart down only 18 cents. What else is coming around? What else have we got here? HPQ down a nickel. Pfizer down 11. Moderna down $1.37. Unity down 96. Yeah. We got 132 dip on the Dow now only. That's 80-point improvement. There it is. I keep hearing the terms the market is rotating out of growth into stable stocks. We all own a bunch of growth stocks. They never seem to move except down as of late. We don't ride the growth wave. JR, only a $430 mistake. Like me, I'll bet you'll never do that again. It happens. Manager, yep, I'll never do that again. Down 134 on the Dow. GameStop 16.98, SoFi $8, Apple up 9 cents, Netflix up 3.18. Nvidia now 414.48. So a little sell wave is coming through again. We'll see how long this lasts and where we're going. We're down 136 on the Dow. We don't seem to be running into any real problems there. Home sales fall in August to the lowest level in 9 months. Headline. Okay, that's the story. We have 116 thumbs up, so we're stuck at that level at the moment. That's where we're at, kids. What can I say? Okay. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Coming into the 43rd minute of trading now, a 136-point drop on the Dow. There's nothing here. 0.4 of a percentage point. No, not serious. Now 129. Down 123. We just improved again. The Dow is climbing up again. A little more, just a little here, a little there. It's coming up. Apple negative 4 cents. Looks like it wants to come up again. Okay. Oil is up 70, but it's backing up. We're at 90.36. Oil seems to be coming off a bit. All right. Here we go. VW just ripped the Band-Aid off. The markets need a really good reset. Let's get on with it. Bobby, Uncle Bruce, would a SoFi cash secured put at 10 strike for June 2024 too far in the money? No, that's not too far in the money at all. If you get a premium on top of that, yes, sir. Manager, that 430 potential loss is like the cost of one-on-one. This is a valuable lesson. I hear you there. I'd rather you spend it with me than in the market. I'll tell you that. 119 is the drop on the Dow. We're coming on again. 38 drop on S&P. NASDAQ down 170. Yeah, these two of these markets are definitely improving without a doubt. They're definitely coming on. AI 2560 now on AI. The low was 2494, 2562 now on AI. It's continuing to inch a little better here, inching up a little better. The Dow off 113. So it's definitely improving. 1/3 of a point on the low end. This is the high of the day for the Dow. Down only 113. S&P down 36.5. NASDAQ now down 160. Just jumped 10 points on the goods to the good direction. Okay. 111 on the Dow. Okay. We've had a over 100-point improvement in the Dow in half an hour. Over 100. We're down 109 on the Dow Jones. Okay, there it is. JR, markets like this point out the wisdom of riding at least 2 weeks out on iron condors. Easy to get a very wide spread and rake in some nice premium that way. Then these issues don't make the stomach turn. Exactly. NVIDIA now is at 414.61. We'll see if there's a $3-4 pop coming there. We're down only 92 on the Dow. The Dow is only down 1/4 of a percentage point. We're almost at we're at 415 on NVIDIA, 415.03, and climbing there as well. Okay. 85 point drop on the Dow. We are really coming on here. 82 points on the Dow. 34-point drop on S&P, improving. NASDAQ down 159, slowly coming along. Dow is down 80 points, less than 1/4 of a percentage point. 78 points on the Dow. There it is. Every second. Wing Commander. So we're doing wine test. We're doing wine testing at work. So, did I mention that I find Uncle Bruce's voice soothing? Manager, I just sold 10 Tesla cash secured put 240 strike December 23 for 1470. If the market turns green, I'll dump it. Right on, 240 strike on the Tesla. Tesla right now is sitting at 257.50, down only $5. A low of the day on Tesla was 254. It's now 257, and it's only off $5. There you go. All right, manager, I want you to make nothing but money. JR, Wing Commander, wine tasting, sweet, sweet, what a gig. AI 2583 on AI. We're only down 57 cents. Here comes AI. We're coming on again. The Dow's only off 65 points. The S&P down only 30 now. We've got improvement here. GameStop $17. SoFi 805. Apple up 33 now. Netflix up 3. NVIDIA down 650 at 415.90. Going to go to 416 on the NVIDIA. We are at 416. 416.19 on NVIDIA. So we're at the highest level of NVIDIA since the opening here. Gone through some down from 412 back to 416 on NVIDIA and climbing. Tesla at 457.79, only down 480 now. It's also climbing. Rocket Lab down just 8 cents. Okay. Moderna down only 55 cents. We're coming on. Pfizer down 6. HPQ down a penny. Microsoft is green, up 179. It was down to 316.96. It's 322.50, climbing fast on Microsoft. It is running 322.50, up 179 on Microsoft. Very interesting move here. Vanik is coming back. It's down 160. Adobe got down to 518. It's back to 522. It's coming back. Boeing is only off 40 cents. JP Morgan is green. Disney is green. American Airlines is green as before. 415.61 on NVIDIA. We're down 70 points on the Dow now. That's it. All right, everybody. Not much of a sell-off to worry about here on this market. Manager, when you are short, you hope for the market to drop big time, and when you are long, you wish the market to go higher. What a conundrum! Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. Looking at Nvidia at almost 416, Tesla 257.88 down 471. And the Dow Jones sitting right now off about 75 points, 31-point drop on S&P, 134 on NASDAQ. Definite improvement on all three indexes here. We seem to have a bit of a wave. 25.85 on AI. We might be pushing $26 here on AI any moment, which would be about its high of the day. 26.09 was the high on AI today. And we seem to be coming along here to try to get to it. 25.87 on AI now. More improvement coming in. Okay. The Dow down 68, S&P down 30, NASDAQ down 129. All right. BW, Fed must have jumped in and started buying Microsoft and other Dow components. Don't want it to crash just yet, in my opinion. Charlie, SoFi, 811. It's now 811. Yeah, 808, 811. Bobby, June 2024, $7 cash secured put SoFi writing at 108 each. Took two of them. There you go. JR, manager, as a shorter, this market must be making your brain rattle in your head. Wing Commander, this is why I am a perma bull and perma bear manager. That's what Wing Commander is saying. Apple's up 23, SoFi 809, GameStop 1701. The Dow off just 66 points. We've got Nvidia sitting at 416.50 now. That's pushing the 417 level again. Still down 580, but definitely improved up from that 412 level. So Nvidia is coming back, and U.S. leading economic indicators index falls again, but still no sign of recession, say the analysts. I don't know about that. 415.77, 415.90 on Nvidia. Okay. Wing Commander, buy bull spreads on down days like today, bull spreads on upticks. Deep value, big bear, trap year, bulls are relentless this year. Hector Salamanca, Uncle Bruce, you certainly had this morning's market figured out. I agree with the soothing voice comment. Bobby took that change and purchased 25 more shares in SoFi. Right on. Stealing SoFi. 808, 17 on GameStop, 808 on SoFi. The Dow off now 74, 80 points, something like that. Yeah, we're not getting a massive sell wave here. We're 53 minutes into the market, and we were down 220 on the Dow almost right away. We're down 70 something now. I know. 25.86 on AI. That's almost another 7-8 cents, and it's a $1 recovery. 24.94 to 25.89. Nickel away from a $1 snapback rally on AI. Giddy up. I am sitting heavy, says manager, on Tesla, 250 strikes. So if Tesla turns green, I will dump it all. Then we'll go back to shorting. Giddy up. Tesla right now is sitting at 257.41, down 518. Nvidia 416.90, 416.90, going for 417 on Nvidia, 257.31 on Tesla. They look like they want to go higher. Constantine bought back my calls, 60% profit, turned around and wrote again. Thank you, Uncle B. Way to go there, Constantine. A manager of both 240 and 250 Tesla cash secured puts. Rock and roll. Let's see, nice Tesla. Take a little shot for you. I'll make you some money. Way to go, buddy. 416.70 on Nvidia, 65-point drop on the Dow. Looks like a little rally there. Let me double check that. Snapback. Got to make sure my big ass iPad is not lying to me, because sometimes it lies to me. It gets jammed up and then I'm not sure where I'm at. There we go. Okay, the European markets are still negative, but not surprising. We're near the end of the day there. Okay, we're down 90 on the Dow. A little sell wave going on. see what's going on. JR, come on, NVIDIA, get back to 420, and then I can keep my 170 times 30 premium tomorrow. I love it, man. I love it. I do love it. Giddy up, kids. NVIDIA 416.38. Just a $4 or $5 pop, and everyone's happy. I mean, come on. A little shot there. Let's go. Absolutely. Dow off 99. S&P down 36. Oil up 62 cents. The VIX at 1643. Nothing to worry about there. No, sir. Okay. All righty. Well done, everybody. Keeping the drive alive. 2552 on AI. And the Dow off about 100, 105. See if the sell wave has anything to it. Doesn't look like it. Just doesn't look like it at all. And too many stocks are too close to going green. Apple's up 13. The Netflix still holding a 51-cent gain. AI down 87 cents. NVIDIA down 570 at 416.70. Tesla down 640. What else we got here? Google down 340. Moderna down $1.25. Cisco $1.99 lower. Pfizer down 15 cents. IBM down 223. HPQ down 3. Microsoft is up 12 still. Amazon down 430. Home Depot down $1.70. Vanik down 170. Adobe down 15.48 at 520. The low of the day 518. And we'll see if there's another rally coming on this thing or not. Goldman down 360. Boeing down just 41 cents. Okay, Target down 64. JP Morgan down 14. Walmart down a dime. Disney down 30, up 32, and American Airlines up 9 right now. Okay, the Dow down 108 at the moment. We're at 2550 on AI. Okay. And JR, Uncle Bruce Tasty often emails me that being even 1 cent in the money triggers assignment X at expiry. But what about closing right on the strike price, like my 420 comment? I don't know. Yeah, each firm is different on these, and I just don't know. Manager, now Elon needs to tweet that he is opening a factory in some country, and Tesla will jump. It's all new driven stock. There you go. Right on. 113 drop on the Dow, 120 maybe, reluctant little pullback. That's about all. And we're coming through here. 116 thumbs up. So it looks like we're stuck at that level now, 116, unless my computer is reading it wrong, but that's what it looks like. 128, actually. 128 on the thumbs ups. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. 128 thumbs ups. Thanks, guys. Okay, there we go. There we go over there. And we're now 114 on the dip. So looks like we're turning around again. 1690 on GameStop, just a 10-cent pullback. 802 on SoFi. Apple's up 4. Netflix up 117. The Dow down 114. A little like we may have stopped dropping again. We might have a little rally coming on again. I don't know. NVIDIA now is 417. It definitely is rallying higher. It's rallying higher. It didn't drop back like the others did. It kind of hung around 416. Now it's at 417. We're only down 519. 417.30 on NVIDIA, down 509. Okay. 417.68. We're going for 418 on NVIDIA here. We might be going for 418 on NVIDIA. Could be leading it up. Yep, 418, 417.92 now. Yep, it's coming. 418 is right around the corner here. Ooh, down 449 on NVIDIA. That's a 1% drop. That's all. 417.97, kids. NVIDIA wants to come back. It wants to come back. Here it is, 418.04. Here it goes. They busted it. They took the resistance level out of the 418 and just ate it up. 2560, AI is coming on. These two are moving. 418.19 on NVIDIA now. Yep, broke right through 418 like it wasn't even there. Hot knife through soft butter is what it was. Oh, yeah. The Big E is here. Neat. Wing Commander, I'm now officially drunk. Do all IPOs tank? I bought one ARM October 55 put for 232. It's now trading at 615. Sell or hold? Sell. BW, I see the market's new money grab. All the new SPACs that are coming online without a merger company announced, they keep spiking 100% weekly and then drop. Interesting. Manager, Uncle Bruce, I have not sent you any donation lately because I am hurting since SoFi is not giving me any money. I'm just prowling. I'm just plowing in, but no return. No worries, my friend. You're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. All will be well. All will be well. Giddy up. NVIDIA now, 417.43. Doesn't want to give up any ground. Doesn't look like it. Let's see what we got on Tesla. Tesla, 256.45. 256.49, down 610. Okay. All right. The Dow off 130. S&P down 39. NASDAQ down 151. There you go, kids. We love you. There you go. And let's see. Manager, so here's my pledge to you. If I make money on these tips, I will be sending some donations your way as thank yous. I thank you, sir. I hope you make a lot of money. BW, go Fed, buy desk, go turn that red market green. Got to keep up the shenanigans. JR, well, I rolled on my triple Qs, but I'm holding on NVIDIA until tomorrow. Q breached my long call, and that makes me giddy. Luca, I ended up writing those AI puts for January at 27.50. Right on. Okay. 25.58 on AI, 25.59, and the Dow off 136. We have NVIDIA sitting now at 416.43. All right. That's where we're going. That's where we're at. Folks, I think I've been on the air for 2 hours. 2 hours, 2 minutes. Holy moly macaroni. Thank you all for joining me today. You guys are great. Appreciate your support and kind words. Join us tomorrow, the 22nd. Option expiry day tomorrow, and it's my birthday tomorrow. So it's my last day of being 67. I'm going to be 68 tomorrow. My God. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Thank you all for being part of the journey. It's just great. I'm wishing everybody a great and profitable day, says White Feather. Right on, buddy. Thank you, White Feather, for becoming Gold Bagel member again. 130 drop on the Dow, 125 on the Dow. Looks like it's coming back on. BW, I'd like to snag some more SoFi. I got a couple of puts you'd guide us to. One, if we'd like assignment versus one premium grab, two different choices, suggestions, a wise one. Well, you can always do the $8 cash secured puts. Go out far enough and take a nice premium, or go 9s or 10s. I mean, next summer, take write $10 cash secured puts in the money and take the dough and go from there. Make sure there's a premium on them. It's a thought. Just saying, some of you are happy, doing $7 SoFi cash secureds. Yeah, whatever turns you on. I mean, I'm good. I'm good with it. We're okay. Okay, there it is. All right, you guys. I gotta say my goodbyes. 416.15 on the NVIDIA. Make a bunch of dough out there, everybody, and keep the drive alive. Thanks again for all of your support today. 133 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow, Friday, and let's see where things go. Keep your eyes open for the next tip of the day, trade of the day, and we'll keep you going on those. Thank you for becoming Gold Bagel members, renewing your membership. You guys are awesome. As always, cannot thank you guys enough. I'll see you tomorrow early, and let's get this party started, everybody. I appreciate you. Okay. There you go. Constantine, have a green day, everybody. Larry Titus, have a good one, Uncle B, and everybody else. Goodbye from Berlin, Germany. We'll see you here tomorrow from the capital of Germany yet again. Thanks, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you a little later. Birthday. Can they put that many candles on the schnitzel? I don't know. Maybe under it. Help cook the darn thing. I don't know. All right, guys, take care. Bye for now.